Hello, everyone. My name is Implausibly Josh. This is Implausibly Average. I have with me today Sharkle, and we are going to be playing basketball tonight. Woo, I'm excited. We have moved away from... Oh, Corentine's here. Hello, Corentine.
Corentine. Is the voice going?
She might be muted. It's okay.
Maybe.
What?
Oh, hello. Hi,
There
Corentine.
we are.
Yeah, my computer
Hello.
takes like 10-15 seconds to realize that it's supposed to be responding.
Oh, no, you're good. No worries. I just didn't want to make sure that we weren't like talking over you or something on accident.
No, I was being silent because I didn't know if you realized I was here, because sometimes my computer just doesn't connect for a minute. It hates
Gotcha.
me.
Yeah, I've changed my layout over here, so I should know when people come in and should not be caught off guard as much.
Nice.
We are playing basketball tonight. I have already made 2 teams. The Alaskan Yogurts will be the team that we are letting the CPU take over, and oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and who are the others? So.
Oh, and I'm the Austin Ice Bats, and I will be playing as them.
Is there any ice in Austin?
I mean, there was recently
That is a good question.
when we had the snowstorm.
That doesn't count.
There is a hockey team in Austin,
Okay,
so there is
fair
ice.
enough.
Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's a way for me to show what all the teams are. So what I've done
Oh,
with...
wow.
I think it should show up on standings, surely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you. So, let's see, which...
I hope the Knicks got 0-82, because it'll be really funny.
We are not playing that many games. We're playing like 30-something games.
I know, but also I really hate
wow.
the Knicks.
So, the way that I've set up this season for
Right.
basketball is... we have added one new
Team per conference?
yeah, new team per conference. So it's 6 new teams, or division or whatever. There's like 6 divisions in there or whatever,
Yeah.
is what I could add to. So I've made 2 teams just custom by myself. So the Ice Bats and the Alaskan Yogurts are the 2 teams there, and then we see if we can find the other teams. The Pittsburgh Force are another team that got added. NBA 2K.
That's a really ominous name.
It really is. It's so good.
The force.
They got steel beams as part of their logo. It's great.
Hell yeah.
So
Is one of them going to be the Las Vegas one? I know there's a pre-made Las Vegas one.
I don't remember if I chose the Las Vegas one. So all the other ones are the pre-made ones. So the Pittsburgh Force is a pre-made one. Cincinnati Lions are a pre-made one.
Right?
Let's find.
Orlando Magic are a pre-made one.
Orlando Magic are a pre-made one. You know they're pre-made. Oh, here we go.
Is
Wait, I
there-
found the
yeah.
other ones.
Real one.
The
Oh,
Kansas
wait.
City Knights.
Are these all like actual teams except for the 2 that you put in?
No, so I put in 6 teams total. 2 that I've made, and then 4
Gotcha.
are they have like a pre-made custom teams.
Yeah. 2K, like, when you start whatever the franchise mode is called, I haven't played it in a while, it lets you expand the league, and you get 6 slots to expand teams into, and it has, like,
Right.
10 pre-made teams.
Yep, exactly.
I think the only new team I've ever heard of is the Pelicans. But
How new are the Pelicans?
Not super new, I don't think.
I mean, I'm thinking...
I mean, yeah, newish. I mean, my knowledge of NBA is from back in like 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, so you stole...
Yeah,
You were Supersonics era.
yeah,
Yeah.
And,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
And now there's the Oklahoma City Thunder, which is a really bad name.
Let's see. Oh, the Baltimore Barons are another team that has been
Yes.
provided for us.
Why did you use Anchorage and not the town of Chicken in Alaska? Population 7.
Because they only have a handful of options for where you can put teams.
Out of the Park is way better for this.
Yeah.
Like, Out of the Park, you can just pick any, and it has like a really robust nation editor, so you can add new cities to the game.
Oh, that's very cool. I'm very jealous. I think at some point we will have to play Out of the Park on stream.
Like, the older games, the ones that are a couple of years ago, very regularly go on sale for like $5.
Oh yeah. Also, I think it's part of EA Play, which I have Game Pass, so I have EA Play.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The good thing about it being part of EA Play and not part of EA is that it's good.
All right, so we've got some teams.
Right.
Let's open with...
Should we see the squads?
Oh yeah, sure. We should see them.
I mean, I want to see the expansion squads, because usually expansion teams are just hot garbage.
Oh, so that's the other thing about this.
Oh boy.
The way that you can set up the teams is you can have every player available, which is what I've done. So
Which is completely unrealistic and stupid, but I like it.
yeah, it's chaos.
Yeah.
Which is what we're all about here on these streams. It's just absolute utter chaos.
Yes. Once again, you can do the same thing in Out of the Park.
And so
And again, I'm tooting its horn as hard as possible. I am holding down the horn for Out of the Park. You can do like a fantasy draft, which is all the players are assigned to the teams, for any historical year between 1871 and now.
It doesn't really
So,
quite
like-
get like that with this basketball game, sadly, but
Which is a shame. But like, what if I want to see like George Mikan play for the Pelicans?
yeah, exactly. What if?
Or like, who are some other really old basketball players? Like Bob Cousy. I want to see Bob Cousy.
I want to see someone who has not seen a 3-point line compete in today's basketball.
Wilt.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be
Because
old time.
Wilt scored 100 points in a game without a 3-point line. Imagine how many he can score with one.
Exactly. So the way that I've set up this thing, the
League.
team, the leagues, is that everyone lost their team. So
Right, so everyone's free agent.
everyone's a free agent. Not only that, but it's every player that 2K21 has in its system, no doubles. So it just takes whatever the best overall rated player is and just uses them.
So will this include like EuroLeague players and players who aren't active in the NBA right now?
It might. They do have some like stuff for like their developmental league. Like
I
there
know
are, so there might be.
I hope so, but I don't expect that.
I don't expect it either. But there are like historical players in here from
hell yeah,
older.
any examples?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head, but like you could put
You
in.
can't name any historical basketball players?
Listen, I can't name any historical basketball players, but also I can't name any in this specific example because it's like of teams that okay, listen. I
You know
just
who I
like
think
watching
would be in the game?
basketball. I've never followed basketball.
Same. That's why I know the names of the historical players, because I'm like, this guy has done some weird shit, and I like that.
Unless they've been talked about on like a John Boys video, I'm a little
Yes,
unprepared.
Are you familiar with Bubba Wells?
That sounds like a very familiar name to me.
He had one pretty terrible season in the NBA, but during it, he managed to set the record for the fastest foul out in history. He
That
fouled out,
rules.
entirely fouling Dennis Rodman within 3 minutes.
Oh, I think I have heard of it. I think that was a John Boys.
No, it wasn't a John Boys, but Secret Base did a video on it. I think it
Oh,
was
yeah.
Seth who was the
Yeah.
director.
You're right.
Okay, let's see who's hit.
Oh.
Oh, Carl Anthony Towns.
So we have a Michael Jordan on the
Latrell
Alaskan.
Sprewell?
Yeah.
What the fuck is Latrell
Sprewell, I
Sprewell
remember
doing
him.
in here?
I don't know.
Fact,
Remember
Latrell
him.
Sprewell. He turned down a $21 million contract extension, saying it wasn't enough to feed his family.
Interesting.
He is now back.
Well, man.
Mike Bibby, I know the name.
Yeah, some of like these names I recognize in a lot of cases. When like I know that I've heard a commentator say their name when they got a score or a block or something.
Imagine how miserable Michael Jordan must be in Alaska.
Oh yeah, it's very good. Here we'll look at the ice bats. Like, I know
Yeah.
Alonzo Mourning. I know that.
Everyone-
Kyrie
everyone
Irving.
knows Kyrie.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Oh, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Let's see. Sorry, can we look at Shane Battir's face again, please?
Yes.
Why does he look like that?
This looks like someone who came from UFC 3.
He looks like an extra in a bad Jason Statham film.
Yeah, I could absolutely see that.
Oh god. Look at Doug Collins again.
Yes, absolutely.
Magnificent.
So
Phenomenal.
the one other thing I did mess with the
Oh god.
the draft a little bit. Everything's been auto drafted because I cannot wrap my brain around a draft. Or
I
good
can
team
do
composition.
draft for you.
No,
I know draft.
I'm just saying I can't do good team composition. I don't understand enough about basketball to be like, yes, I need these players.
Just get all the centers.
Mm-hmm.
Just build a team out of centers. No one can get the ball because you're holding it too high.
Everyone's a point guard.
Just make every team member Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah, exactly. So
Why limit yourself to Hakeem Olajuwon? Make every team member Shaq.
oh, that would be very
There you
good.
go.
Or make every
another-
team member the 7'7" Manute Ball.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's the 7'7" player I put in my insane out of the park game.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to see that in motion.
Same.
Um,
Okay.
So the one thing I did in terms of the draft was I put the ice bats at the bottom and I put the Alaskan yogurts at the top.
Why?
Because I like to do bad things to myself,
But
gameplay wise.
I hope you enjoy having a team full of like bit part players.
Yeah.
And like 43-year-old Nene.
Mm-hmm. It's great. Let's see.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if there is like a mid-40s, incredibly average center somewhere.
That would be very cool.
Like, make a team entirely out of Marc Gasol.
Oh, can we not see both of these teams play? Or I have to just choose one? That sucks.
Can we? I want to see the Lakers destroy the Ice Bats.
Okay, well, I'm playing as the Lakers, so that'll work.
Wait, why are you playing as the Lakers?
I'm sorry, I'm playing as the Ice Bats, my bad.
Why do the Lakers have Hakeem Olajuwon?
Well,
It's awesome. What do you
because everybody lost everyone lost their teams, not just the new
But, like,
teams.
I have to oppose this on principle.
Because this game likes me, that's why. This game thinks I'm awesome. They're like, here's your favorite bell player.
Did I not make an association?
Hakeem
tall he
Olajuwon
is.
does not belong in LA.
Oh, here we go.
Like, it's that simple. I'm opposed to it on
That is true.
principle.
He belongs in Houston.
Yeah, exactly. He was in Houston for almost 20 years. Like,
He was the whole reason I love the Rockets, except for the fact that I was born in Houston.
ignoring the fact I was born there.
You know, ignore some very small aspects of this.
I know the name Tobias Harris, and I'm not sure why.
I don't know the name.
He's with the Sixers in real life. 6'8". Was very highly rated in the draft.
Why am I invisible?
That's just how it goes sometimes.
That's probably not great.
Wait, are we on stream? Like,
Oh yeah, we're on stream. Hold on, let me.
have you done the announcement thing where you announce who's on here?
Yes, I did, but I'm doing it differently this week. So I made a tweet 2 hours ago just saying like, hey, we're gonna be doing this.
No. I meant like the announcement on the
like
stream
they
where you say like, hey, here are the people who are on this stream.
Yes, I did do that earlier.
I think he
I think-
did it right before you came on.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh my god.
I have to. Let me restart this.
You can say, Quarantine is here.
Yeah, I did say
Hello, I'm
quarantine is here.
here.
Sorry. I don't know why my team wasn't showing up.
that's just how it goes sometimes. Do you not remember the famous Invisible Bulls team of 1991?
That seems like a very like Harlem Globetrotters thing to happen, as if they're just playing.
Their basketball cards. They were all invisible.
Yeah, they just give you empty packs.
Oh my god. Okay, let's try this one more time. All right, we're gonna play Ice Bats Lakers.
Speaking of cards, now I'm kind of wondering what I did with mine.
I have a
I'll have
bunch.
them around here somewhere.
There's
I should start getting like baseball cards, I think.
I like getting sports cards just in general.
Yeah, same.
There's
they're
a couple
cool.
of like eBay stores that I follow that basically only sell like early 90s cards packs. There we go. Now the team's showing up. Everyone say hello to the Ice Bats.
Hello, Ice Bats. I'm trying to think of the most obscure player I want a card of in like any sport.
Oh, I did not even bother to jump on time for that one.
Good job.
Oh, I'm absolutely gonna need No.
You could get
Oh, absolutely. I'm not. So that's the other fun thing is that I'm not. I like these games a lot. I am bad at them.
Other question. Do you know the rules of basketball?
I know generally the rules of basketball. I'm not very good at necessarily the maybe the strategy.
Austin with the ball.
I'm starting to see the issue with you coaching a basketball team.
Yeah.
Kept alive.
Oh, come on. Y'all had that one.
Real nice bucket inside.
Worst
I got it.
team on earth. This is what happened. Like, they implanted the brains of all the players who'd lost their talent in Space Jam into the iPads.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what this is.
Give it to someone who shoots three. That's two.
I'm not.
Just give the ball to Alonso Mourning every possession.
I'll do what. Oh, that was not great for me. Great for
I
them
told
though.
you shoot threes, and then the opponent shot threes in spite and malice. You did this to yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's okay, Cliff. You can watch this.
Oh, there we go. That was a three. Also, hello Eclipse in the chat.
It's an honor to be on that list.
And Kshatriya is moving files on her new computer, so he
Understand.
might come later.
Foul him! Foul him! Throw an elbow!
Parker with the drive. Shot up two there.
I want like an NBA game to give us options for ridiculous fouls.
Oh yeah, like I want. What was the one Madden game that had like
You're referring to NFL Blitz.
yeah, where the
Every time I talk about this, I get upset.
oh there we go, perfect. I got it. I'm fine. We just dance. We just danced the ball around. Yeah, I actually really did get the timing right on that one, which was great.
I really
There
want
was
to
some
get
kind of like
the first NFL Blitz game that was made without the NFL's agreement, because then they went even more insane with it, and it has like Mortal Kombat internal bone-breaking views and shit.
There's what is it? Blitz the League, I think, is like that.
That's the one I'm referring to, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It's-
I cut you off earlier, Sharkle?
Parker outside.
I was trying to think. There was like an old, like NBA. I don't know if it was NBA or some like basketball game where you could like
And it's good.
punch each other and pants each other and stuff like that.
Parker's
as you
got
were
his
playing.
third assist
Well,
on
there
the
was
night.
one very
fun.
bad
If you were a
90s
GM,
basketball
what would
game
be your
that did that.
keys to building a
Yeah.
great team? We
The
know
Bill
you're a pro,
Lambert's
but what if you're the
Combat
GM?
Basketball.
Oh yeah,
It
for
was
the
very
Super
bad.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Very bad.
I've watched Giant Bomb stream that a couple of times.
And then you gotta work that draft.
Wild that it's been maybe more than once that I've seen that game played online.
And team
Oh.
first. It's all about winning.
That was a nice interception.
Yeah, that was.
And I drew the foul.
So he'll get
Oh,
a chance
that
at the line.
is, you get free, bro?
This
Oh,
Oh
it's
my
our
God,
UFC man.
of the game.
The most terrifying man on earth. He looks like he skins people recreationally.
He does look like someone who would be maybe like a oh, I really goofed up on that one.
Oh, forehead.
Oh, I always look at the ball. I like that I sounded like I got hit in the tummy.
Just imagine what he would look like with hair.
Really,
all forehead
really
guy.
fucked up.
I think worse than that.
1:10 left here in the first quarter.
He made a good choice to be bald.
Oh, come on.
Here's Davis. Kicks it out to Johnson.
Why didn't you go for the 2?
Because I could go for the 3, really gain a lead here. Come on.
Gets it to go
Listen, see, it all worked out in the end.
Basketball coach that did this.
Okay, I don't. You missed what I was playing Madden because it was on Game Pass. The one night where I couldn't get a. Oh, that was a really good rebound from
So
them.
you couldn't get WWE.
No, it was when Elite Dangerous went offline.
Right.
And it's Davis missing.
Come on. I'm just gonna foul them.
Stop fouling!
Lakers shooting their first.
Whatever, we only got like half a minute left in this quarter. We're fine.
No, I think like in real life, the NBA is really fucking weird about like fouls recently.
Oh, really?
Like Draymond Green, I don't know how to pronounce his name, who's like one of the best players on the Golden State Warriors,
Yeah.
got kicked out of the game for shouting at his own teammate.
That's weird.
I mean, it's not on the level of Tim Duncan getting ejected for laughing on the bench and then the
Oh.
referee threatened to fight him.
Oh, I didn't know that the referee threatened to fight him. I've definitely seen that clip of the ref, like, because he's like not even laughing that hard either. Like,
He's just chuckling.
he's straight up just chuckling.
15
Yes,
seconds left in
that
the
ref
first.
was Joey Crawford, and after he did that, David Stern forced him to get anger management
Just 5 on the
therapy.
clock.
Yeah, that's great. Honestly, like, it's probably for the best.
Like, genuinely, yes.
Oh, wow, that was a very good play by them. I'm just gonna hang out right here. I got some time.
So much emphasis
far as
on the perimeter
possible.
game, but you can see why after that sequence.
And that one's
Oh.
good by Davis.
And the ultimate
There have been some really, like, fucking stupid baseball ones as well. Like, earlier this year, a player on the Yankees got kicked out because the umpire thought he was insulting him. He didn't say anything.
Oh my
He
god.
mistook him for a different player and ejected him anyway.
I think I saw, I don't think, it's not that one that I saw, but there was some thing where, what was it? It was, someone was like, the ump was like egging on someone in the dugout. And eventually, I guess the player that they were egging on like did say something back and then ejected them, which I feel like that's maybe egregious.
Yeah, that feels like cheating.
Yeah, at a certain point, you gotta wonder who's on the take there.
I mean, there was this one time that umpire Ron Culpo went insane in the middle of a game.
Oh,
I don't know how else to describe it. He started, like, inexplicably getting blatantly wrong calls, stared down multiple players, started yelling and interrupting pitches for no reason, and shouted, "I can do whatever I want."
okay.
He was not disciplined.
Oh, of course.
I support all unions except the police union and the MLB referee union.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, that's fair, honestly. That seems like something you shouldn't support.
Yeah, they're just, at the end of the day, they're just sports cops.
Like, I think it's good to have, like, a ref, you know?
No.
But
No.
I think it's the only time I'm, like...
Realistically, how much damage can a baseball player do to another? Like, every baseball fight is just a bunch of multimillionaires pretending they're being held back.
Yeah, but also I don't trust them not to, like, play fair without someone else being there. Does that make sense?
They don't play fair anyway.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, in an ideal world, I don't...
Astros, Josh!
I know. I feel like there's like some things that like an ump is just absolutely unnecessary for. Like balls and strikes should just be like, they have a thing on the TV that tells you.
Yeah, we need robot umps for that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's no
Like-
reason to have humans doing that anymore.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll get like borderline calls where both people will be really pissed off, and sometimes you'll have Angel Hernandez as the home plate umpire, which means that everything is a strike when it's a ball, and everything's a ball when it's a strike.
Yeah, just like, and especially like it's a bad combination when it's stuff like that, and like basically how quick people are, or quick umps are to be like, all right, well, if you're arguing with me about balls and strikes, I have to eject you now. You know what I mean?
Which is ridiculous and stupid.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, sometimes a player just has a good eye for the strike zone. Like, Bryce Harper got ejected from a game because he, like, a couple of years ago, because he was sitting in the dugout and he shouted, "That's a ball," on a call that an umpire called a strike.
Yeah, I've absolutely seen
yeah.
that one.
The pitch FX showed that it was a ball by like 5 inches.
Yeah, like that's something that absolutely does not need to be done by a human being if we've already got like because it's easily defied rules. Like umps and like refs in general are really good for things that are hard to define, like really weird calls that like really do require human judgment because a machine just couldn't do it.
But other than that, there's no point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, when you have to figure out, like, when MLB has to put in a rule saying you're allowed to call a replay review and stop the game for like 5 minutes to watch replays with the referee to decide whether or not this call was right. At that point, you have to say, surely a robot would do this better.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Like, yeah, like I think there's like certain things that are just like, I think maybe difficult to automate, like someone getting safe at first, right? Like I think it's difficult.
That one's incredibly difficult, and honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about it with the balls and strikes even, because like a lot of it is based around. It's based around. That's the wrong word. A lot of the catcher position is based around tricking the umpire into thinking the strike zone is larger.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, you just kill Jeff Mathis's career.
Yeah, it seems like it would just be a different type of game altogether at a certain point, which, like, I don't think is bad.
But at the same time, it is weird.
Sure. Absolutely weird. But it's one of those things where, like, I think a strike zone is like easily defined, right? So
yeah, it's at the shoulders and it's at the knees.
Exactly.
Like, it's very simple.
So it's something that like any robot could do, and you know, and obviously we can because we have that stuff on.
That was the blatant foul I've ever seen in an NBA game, like a video game.
I like legitimately did not mean to do that. I thought they were going up for the shot, so I did the button you press to go up for the shot.
Elbow at him.
Okay, that was on them. That was on the player. The player had a mind of their own. I did what I could.
And who's the coach of these players?
The computer.
Are you sure?
I mean, I can coach them if I want to.
It sure seems like you're coaching them right now.
Absolutely not. Did you not see me press A through the coaching stuff when we were at a timeout?
No, because you're hiding the controller because you're a coward. Oh, who is that large adult son?
Are you looking at me?
Who is that big boy who just entered the game? The guy with the afro, the giant.
Oh, I don't know. Here, let me see if I can. Oh no, I don't want to sub out anybody. There we go. Now we can see. Oh, I've been needing this whole time. Oh, we got another foul.
Yeah, it's really annoying that that isn't mandatory.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Hunter.
Oh, hello, Hunter. The good thing about fouling someone and them scoring the shot anyway is that they only get one free throw.
Yeah, they only get the one extra point.
Well, they don't necessarily get that. Sometimes.
Yeah, true. Depending on who I fouled.
Yeah, who's the big boy? Pass it to the big boy, please.
All right, where's the big boy? Is he the one running?
He's the one in the box. Him.
I got right there, yeah.
Yeah, the big guy with the afro. The giant. The largest man on the pitch.
There we
Why
go,
did I say
Con.
Larger than
Listen. It's kind of like a pitch.
No, it isn't.
It's kind of like it.
Yeah, it's like a pitch, except there's no grass, and also it's not called a pitch.
Yeah, well, listen.
Dang.
We also don't call it pitches. I did not realize what the time was in this the rest of this quarter. I was about to do some Harlem Globetrotter stuff.
In real life, like
I was kidding. I was like, this looks like something.
You kept the LA Lakers, yes. I did not remove any
Right.
teams. I just added new fun ones.
why don't you make their evil counterpart the LA Mistakers?
Oh, that would have been really fun. What if I had moved every single team into California?
And they all get like really ridiculously long names. Like, this is the Los Angeles Alameda County Angels.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, did you know that the LA Angels, Major League Baseball's real name is the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim?
I did not know that. That's very good, though.
It's
That
because
actually makes sense.
the owner who bought the team promised that, well, the people who were selling it wanted him to keep the team in Anaheim, so he very sneakily said, I'll keep Anaheim in the name.
Hmm.
And then he moved it to LA and just called it the LA Angels of Anaheim.
That's a very good loophole thing.
Yes. Also, their name translates to the Angels Angel of Anaheim.
Yeah.
The basketball zone is called the basketball arena.
You could rename the arenas, and the Ice Bats arena name is the Bat Cave.
I'm a big fan of that.
I can't wait. I hope we get to a home game so I can show off the arena.
Like, is that the highest free throw average of anyone ever? Like, that seems ridiculous to me.
That does sound ridiculous, but like also kind of cool.
They can be called arenas. It depends on who's sponsoring it.
I call them the basketball stadiums.
I call them sin boxes.
The sin box, yes. Basketball is a sin, and we're gonna do very good at sinning tonight.
If you play basketball, you're going to hell.
It's true. I've played basketball recreationally. Now look at me. Wow, that was a really.
This is your just punishment.
I'm like really just going at these people. Also, man, those names are hard to read on the back of shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. That was a clean block.
See, this faceless egg is sad.
Come on, ref. Let him play.
Please. I'm here for basketball.
Call them by their actual names like you're in the Staples Center right now.
You should have signed, you should have manually signed Rasheed Wallace to your team.
I guess I could still do that. I've not.
I really like Rasheed Wallace.
My thing is with these games is that like there's too much going on and in a way that I don't understand. So
That's fair.
I basically just let the computer do a lot of it for me.
But Rasheed. But Sheed.
Like I made trades once in a season I was playing, and it really messed me up because I'd finally gotten into a groove with like 3-point shooters on my team. And
why did you trade them then?
No, I didn't. I don't think I meant to. I think I misunderstood what was going on with like the menuing, or I was trying to get a different person. I think was the problem, and then that didn't end up working out very well for me.
I did not know that, Hunter. That's a lot of angels.
Oh my god, I really messed up that shot.
I was expecting that to be called a foul.
I also was too. Man, that's a nice 3 from back there.
Yeah, Alan Houston?
Yeah.
I don't know him as like an automatic three-pointer or anything. Like, that's odd.
Oh, I got it anyways.
Ah, yes, this is how coaches communicate in their natural habitat. Yeah, it's true. That's why you never hear Tyrone Lue's voice.
I'm becoming Milk Ape from Twitter.
No, you're becoming a huge Spider-Man from Twitter.
Oh, there we go. I watched a Milk Ape stream the other night and gifted some subs, and then I became friend of the jungle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I felt very good about that. What was that, Corentine?
Cake streams.
Oh yeah, it's like I think a recent development. I think they're part of like a group that does a bunch of Minecraft stuff, which is very cool. It was a very fun stream to watch.
I'm a big fan of Milk Ape.
Mm-hmm.
That sentence sounds so fictional.
It really does.
I love that old cartoon Milk Ape.
I think I'm gonna lose this game. I'm still gonna play my ass off, as they say, but
It's gonna be a narrow loss. You're not gonna get blown out or anything.
no.
As I say that,
I'm gonna foul them into the stands. Listen, so the reason why I end up fouling a lot is because I feel like there's a timing that I got really good at one point.
and it's been changed.
Yeah.
Maybe your fitness coach is just like Brock Lesnar.
He just teaches everyone to get very sweaty very easily.
Yeah, exactly, and he gives them all penis tattoos on their chest.
God, if only.
If only. I think it would be hard to change it back and forth. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
The hardwood floor from ice and.
I choose to imagine that they don't. Like, this is a little known fact. They just don't. All NBA players are playing on ice.
God, I wish. That'd be so cool. Or if it was like a bowling alley material with like the oil and everything.
What if you
Oh, that was bad. I did that wrong.
What if
basketball in ice skates?
NBA teams have to have like a certain number of gimmick games every year?
Oh my God, that'd be so good. As a wrestling fan, they need to have some steel cage matches.
Hell in a Cell.
Oh my God, yes. There we go. I got one dunk.
You can only substitute a player out after they get dunked on.
That'd be very good. Or if they, or no, it's like racquetball, where like there's no out of bounds. It's just like glass all over, so you can like do weird like trick passes.
Even better, there's no out of bounds, there's no glass, and there's no barriers that stop you from getting into the fans. So the fans can just take the ball and keep it.
It's like arena football at that point, like the arena football version of basketball.
This is like what Vince McMahon would do.
Oh my, yeah, if the XFL became a basketball league.
The XBA.
Yeah, the XBA. The Xbox Arcade.
As you know, dunks give you 10 points in the XBA.
Honestly, I feel like having like weird gimmicks where it's like, okay, if you shoot from here, your points are doubled or tripled or whatever would be really fun.
Actually, in North Korea, they play basketball, and dunks give you double points.
That's so good. That's ideal, honestly. I feel like they should add that for like baseball too. If you do a really good bat flip after a home run, I think you should get your points doubled.
Hell yeah. You get double runs. Or if you steal a base without the catcher even going for a throw, you just get to take third as well.
Yeah, if you steal first somehow, you
that is possible.
Oh yeah, I know it's possible.
Are you not familiar with bunting?
Yeah, well, I know about bunting, but I'm also like
bunting is 100% just stealing first.
I guess it's stealing first.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my God, I was watching. Oh, that was really good. Oh, I love this man. This guy's got a good look.
To be fair, I think if you just halved all the points LeBron James gets, that would make the league a lot fairer.
That sounds right. Oh, yes,
like,
got it.
The NBA actually stands for No Bron Alliance.
No Alliance.
I was literally just thinking about how cool it would be if there was like, so my ideal like fake for anything sports related, but fake like league system setup would be every state has a team.
That sounds so good.
And plausibly, Hunter's asking if I know who Steph Curry is. Yes, I do know who Steph Curry is.
Steph Curry is a baseball player.
Yeah, Steph Curry's a baseball player.
He plays for my favorite baseball team, the Chicago Fire.
He plays for my I can't
He's a
even.
defenseman.
He plays for my favorite team, the Dallas Stars.
He plays for my favorite team, the Dallas Texans.
Exactly. Y'all know what's up.
The Dallas Texans did actually exist in Major League Baseball, just very briefly.
Oh really? I love learning about like stuff that only existed for a little bit.
Yeah, like I told you about the New York Gothams, which used to exist in MLB.
Oh yeah,
my
yeah, I think
gosh, that's
you've
hilarious.
texted me about it, but or messaged me
I
about
sent
it.
messages about that. There's all
Oh,
sorts of
bad.
those early days. Like there's the Troy Trojans, creatively named, which then changed their name to the Troy Haymakers.
Mm-hmm.
What's some more good examples? There were like several variants of stockings and socks, like the Hartford blue stockings,
I want
who
to.
existed
uh,
2 years.
Let's make the Texas shoes and just not even boots, not like cowboy boots, just the
How about
shoes.
sneakers?
Sneakers is good.
Bowling shoes.
The the
Wait, the bowling green shoes.
I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
You support Liverpool? You should be in jail. You should go to prison.
Jail for 1,000 years.
Oh,
Jail for 1 million years.
Oh.
now we're having a European football debate.
Yeah, soccer.
Yeah,
Soccer.
as opposed to American football, which isn't real and was invented by leprechauns.
I was trying to be
Diplomatic.
diplomatic there.
Nah.
Yeah. Look, I'm just gonna blatantly lie about the origins of sports and no one can stop me.
Yeah, it's also like you can't debate it. Nobody knows this stuff.
I mean, like, people generally agree on some, like James Naismith being the guy who made basketball, but I choose to imagine that that's false and it was actually like.
Oh,
just
come
Thomas
on.
Jefferson.
It's very bad.
Oh no.
I'm guessing you are a
Wait.
Chelsea fan, implausibly average. Are you a Chelsea fan?
I don't.
Mr. Joshua?
Mr. Average has never really seen a full game of.
Have you heard of a Chelsea?
I heard of Chelsea.
A Chelsea. Nice.
Oh, Oh, that was very
You're
bad.
so bad at defense.
I'm incredible. Well, I'm always just way too slow to like make the changes necessary.
Yeah. If you met me, I'm a Man United fan, hence why I despise Liverpool. Do you think anyone goes to NBA games and is just like, I don't care about this basketball, but I'm fucking pumped for the timeout dances?
I am definitely someone who like likes to. Oh, that was a really bad pass.
So bad.
Well, my wife literally loves to watch the Super Bowl just for the halftime show
Divorce.
and the commercials.
Imagine willingly watching the Super Bowl.
I mean, I just like watching football. Like I'm not invested in any way, but I do like
hanging
watching
out with people watching
sports.
sports.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Like,
I like watching sports with other people.
yeah. And football I don't like because it's weirdly segmented, and I like my sports to flow naturally.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We're not gonna get blown out as long as it's not a double-digit lead. I think we're fine. That's my.
It is a double-digit lead.
No, I'm saying, well, we're gonna get there. Oh, come on! I had that timing right.
They're gonna score again.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think this. I think this guy missed a shot earlier, so I think we're fine.
It's Wesley basketball. They're gonna throw it to the free guy. I say that, there's like 3 free guys.
Well, now you're a Sheffield United FC fan.
Oh, come on! That was like in there. It like danced out of the basket. I'm fouled them.
You're a Sheffield United fan now. I hope you enjoy the musings of famed centre-back / goalkeeper Phil Jagielka.
I bet I will.
He actually, he played as a goalkeeper for an hour in a game, despite not being a goalkeeper.
That
And
rules.
he kept a clean sheet and was man of the match.
Wait, say that again?
He kept a clean sheet and was man of the match.
That rules.
Goalkeeper. Against Arsenal, who were at the time a football team that people cared about and thought were good.
I really should be faking the ball more, I think.
I think maybe you should stop missing shots and start scoring them.
Oh, that probably would help.
That might be helpful. You know.
I should also stop fouling people so much.
Yeah, you really should. Actually, I just had a good idea for a sports game.
This is not our tribals.
Where's a sports game where you're an umpire?
Oh, that would actually be very fun.
Yeah, I want to I want to
play
go
the
on the
umpire. That'd be
power
awesome.
reject people.
Oh yeah, I want to.
You want to be the sports cop instead of saying all sports cops are bad.
Oh yeah, all
Ace
sports
back.
cops are bastards
Ace
at the same time. If all sports cops are bastards, and yet we enjoy Disco Elysium,
That is true.
That's true, and that's just sports
Also-
cops.
yeah, there's this really weird thing, Hunter. Premier League fans being really weirdly aggressive towards Americans and refusing to accept that they can be football fans, which is extremely strange. Why do they do that?
Yeah, considering that's that is a world sport, you know. A lot of people.
It's the
Right.
well,
Yeah,
how did you not get the rebound there?
I don't know. I thought I had it. Oh, I was hoping I could cheese the. I didn't mean to do that.
Welcome to the worst team on earth. We are the Austin Misery Chief. Enter if you dare.
The Austin Misery Bats.
The Austin Depression.
Oh my god.
Yeah, MLS sucks. Soccer football, does not deserve a draft. It doesn't work like that. Drafts do not work for European football.
Why is that?
Because it's been ingrained for over 100 years that football teams have academies which they develop players they independently sign from.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
And so once you have the MLS, which institutes a draft into it, then it gets really weird and everyone mocks it for Americanizing the sport, which it is.
Hmm.
It's not as bad as the early MLS, which removed penalty shootouts and replaced them with the player being given the ball 30 yards away from the goal and being forced to sprint forward and shoot within 10 seconds.
Oh, that sounds like a nightmare. That sounds like some, hey, instead of doing a kickoff, we're gonna have two people run towards the center of the field to grab the football.
The XFL?
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 different European leagues is an understatement. I did some really awful quick math a while back. There are almost certainly at least 50,000 professional footballers in Great Britain alone.
That's wild.
Everyone has a football league. North Korea has a football league.
Is it because I don't know, I feel like here it's can I get the okay, I can do this one. Okay, perfect. All right, we're gonna watch the CPU play.
Come on, Latrell Sprewell.
American crowds are dead
Yeah,
at football games.
Have you ever seen the clip of I think it's Orlando City guy who the club had hired to try and pump up the fans?
No, I've never seen
It's
that.
so painful. He just has a big speakerphone and he's just walking through and he's just shouting, "Fight and win!" And everyone's just staring at him. It's agony.
Come on,
You can tell
It
which
seems
team I
weird.
designed. Oh wow.
Yeah, because they're the ones with Latrell Sprewell.
Hmm. Also the nice
I really
pink
like
and blue.
saying Latrell Sprewell's name.
Yeah. Oh, it's weird watching it from this angle. I mean, this is how normal basketball games are, but it's weird watching a video game basketball game from this angle.
Ah.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, everyone's favorite basketball demon.
Mm-hmm.
When he was born, his first words were, "I hate basketball and I want to destroy it forever." Weird how things work out.
Weird.
And then he stuck out his tongue and did a dunk.
Yes.
From half court, it was wild.
That's actually
From
how
half
it was
court, it
born.
was wild.
He dunked directly out of the uterus.
Oh my god, that's quite the mental image.
Yeah, the birth was set up for it. He did like a Vince Carter windmill dunk.
That rules.
Directly into the arms of an orderly.
That is something. That is something I'd like to do once in my life. Is like do a cool slam dunk.
Yeah, same.
I want to get.
Also,
I want to
yes.
get power bombed through a table, a la
yeah,
wrestling.
because you're a nasty pervert.
Because of a nasty pervert, man.
I've actually seen a Premier League game in person. It was very cool.
I would like to go to more like live sports events.
Yeah, same.
I love going
I've
to
seen
the
NHL game.
I haven't seen an NHL game. I've seen their developmental stuff.
Nice.
It's
I've
fun.
seen,
Yeah.
there's a team in like my tiny town in 7th division of English football, and I've seen them several times.
What's the energy like at like a very like low league?
Surprisingly, like just jovial. Like
Yeah.
everyone is having fun. You'll have chants coming from like the fan clubs of both teams, but everyone's respectful. It's
Yeah.
really nice.
That
Unless you're watching a Millwall game. Don't do that.
I have never been overseas. Josh has not been overseas.
Josh, you must go overseas.
I'd love to. When the pandemic's all
Come-
over, I'd love to
Come
go.
to Brazil.
That'd be fun.
Please come to Brazil. Please. Please come to Brazil.
I've like I would really love to go.
Wait, you live in Brazil? I thought you were living in Europe.
No, it's the meme. The come to Brazil
Oh,
meme.
okay. Gotcha.
I was playing along with it a little bit.
That's cool if you live in Europe.
You've been to Yankee Stadium?
Yeah.
How did it feel living in an arena designed specifically to suck enjoyment out of human souls?
It was very loud and
I mean,
smelly.
yeah, because Yankees fans are assholes.
I couldn't even like pay attention to the game half the time because it just kind of smelled bad and people were yelling.
When was this? Like, do you have a date? Because I'd like to look into this game.
Oh, it was like back in like 2005, 2004. A long time ago.
I'm just gonna look up the 2005 Yankees, like, roster.
Mm-hmm. Just see what was up.
Oh, man.
I have also been to all of those countries. I've only been to Germany for like an hour. I did go there.
I am kind of jealous of like the European like ability to just go to a different country like on a train.
Can't you just go to Mexico easily?
No, not as easily as you would think.
Oh, obviously, I was lying.
Oh, okay. No, it's
You've been to Belize?
Yeah.
Why?
It was actually very pretty down there.
Oh,
It's just,
I'm familiar with
um,
like Central America. It's a very nice area of the world.
yeah. We were like, helping with like some orphanage or something down there. It's like,
Ah,
it was like a missions trip, but you know, like, yeah. I mean, you know, Christians always have to go everywhere. But yeah.
yeah. Okay, this
Indeed.
Yankees team are weird. Like, pitching wise, they have a couple of very good pitchers, and otherwise, no one you've ever heard of.
mhm.
Like, they have Mike Mussina, who is somehow in the Hall of Fame, Randy Johnson, and Mariano Rivera. And then otherwise, they have, like, Coulter Bean and Buddy Groom. Paul Quantrill. These are not human names. Tanyon Sturts.
Buddy Groom is one of those names I saw on that Japanese
Buddy Groom.
basketball or baseball
No.
name list.
The one I saw on it is Tanyon Sturts.
Mm.
Please look at how
That's
it's spelled.
Did you post it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Kenyon James Strutz.
What kind of name is that?
I don't know.
Like,
Where does that come from? Who did this?
not me. Like, even their, like, position players are weird. Like, catcher-wise, they had Jorge Posada, who everyone knows. But then they also had, like, Jason Jambi, Robinson Cano, Derek Jeter, Tina Martinez, and A-Rod, which I'm pretty sure all of those people have tested positive for steroids at some point.
Sure.
And in the outfield, they had Melky Cabrera, Gary Sheffield, Bernie Williams, and Hideki Matsui, of which I'm also pretty sure all of them have tested positive in steroids.
Oh. I don't know
Albuquerque
why this.
Isotopes.
I don't know why this reminded me of this, but I just watched a MLB The Show YouTube video that I meant to send to you, Corentine, of it was someone making a team that were all just like very, very fast, like 90+ speed bunters.
I love this idea. They're the ultimate small ball team.
They were also, they interspersed some like some choice messages from the person they were playing against online. Just be like, you are the most toxic player I've ever met.
And then just, I like to bunt, smiley face.
The best part was that they did lose, the person playing the game on YouTube.
I mean, obviously, you can't win a game by bunting.
It was very fun though. It was like very goofy watching them like. It wasn't all bunts, obviously. There was a handful of swings, but
Say that. I'm pretty sure there have been walk-off bunts before.
but it was just very funny watching like a bunt that gets, you know, oh, okay, this bunt worked out, very good. And now they're somehow stealing from first to third, like just a real like chaos game. It's like,
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Who's this new sub?
Who's this new what?
Your new sub.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see.
Oh, isn't that Joel from Vinesauce?
Maybe. Oh yes, it is. Yes, it is. Mars, friend of the stream, Mars, subbed. We subbed Germa to each other recently. I don't know if you were there for that.
Okay, here's the most ridiculous thing I'm aware of.
Okay.
John Lester, who is a pitcher, was put into pinch hit in the game so that he could do a sacrifice bunt. And then he walked off the game with a sacrifice bunt RBI.
That's honestly kind of cool.
It's incredibly cool. Also, it was against the Mariners, because of course it was.
I watched that Mariners video. I know what's up.
Same. I feel really sorry for the Mariners, honestly. Like, nothing ever goes right for them.
Yeah, for real. It's just like, it's like just one of those teams you're a fan of because like you're just hoping that somehow they catch a break.
Yeah. I'm trying to find something. There's one player I'm aware of who's like really good at bunting. And I can't remember their name. It's really annoying. Kyle Schwarber.
Oh.
Like, there's a 2-minute-long compilation just of him bunting.
Oh, that's very
I'm
good.
going to link it.
Thank you.
It's called Kyle Schwarber, God of Bunts.
Baseball fans on YouTube are a different breed.
They're extremely funny.
I love. Also, for the most part, they're awful at putting together compilations.
I don't know. There's like one channel that puts together good compilations, but that's it.
Yeah, there was someone I was watching of like calls or something, but they kept cutting off the commentary team for like explaining what the call like meant, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, and it's like, but that's just like constantly how a lot of those channels are.
Was that like a video on bad calls?
It was probably a video on bad calls.
Because I know about like one really bad call. Several. The infield fly roll is really stupid and exist? Do you know this?
I don't necessarily understand what the infield fly rule does.
Give me a second.
Okay. Like, I know that it's a rule. I know that it looks a lot like in American football, where someone calls for a safe catch during like a bunt or a punt or a kickoff.
Here's the difference, though.
Mm-hmm.
When an infield fly is called, that ball is automatically out no matter what happens to it.
Mm-hmm.
If the person below it messes up the catch, the guy who hit the ball still is out.
Mm-hmm. Yes, okay.
Like, they can just magically remove a ball from play.
Yes.
Because they've decided that the way the infield fly rule works is the umpire decides that an infielder could get to this ball using a, quote, normal amount of effort.
Okay.
So there have been like infield flies called like as deep as some shallow center fielder plays. There have been infield flies called like directly on the home plate. It's really stupid and I hate it.
Yeah, it seems like a very much of a, I would just like this to be an out, says the umpire.
Exactly.
So what, rules like this don't just like appear out of nowhere. Something had to have caused the infield fly rule to have been made, right?
I'm gonna check.
Okay.
Because I hate it so much.
Yeah, because I've seen some like infield flies called and like nobody catches them, and it's still.
It does actually make sense. The reason it was put in is actually to protect the batter.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
And that's because if like you have some batter and they pop it up into the infield,
Mm-hmm.
and then the infielder intentionally lets the ball fall so they can throw to second for a double play.
Mm-hmm.
That is unsportsmanlike. So they remove that possibility by allowing the infield fly rule, meaning that they can't just pull a double play out of nowhere because that runner is no longer going.
Yeah, that
And
runner is
also-
staying wherever they are.
And also, even if the ball bounces, the guy's out, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It's very confusing and stupid.
Yeah, because if they're out, they wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't tag up to leave if it's in the infield.
Yes, I have seen people advance base on an infield fly, because you are allowed to do that once the infield fly is called. It's very rare, but it does happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess if it was
Yeah.
called at a certain point, you could tag to run, and like you'd have
Yes.
definitely enough time before the ball came down.
Elgin Baylor? John Stockton? This Bulls team is stupidly stacked. They just subbed out Elgin Baylor and John Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I do agree with you, Hunter, but handball unfortunately is a sport that already exists.
And it's very fun.
Yeah.
I had to play handball in high school during like
They
my.
called it football because you play it on foot. Like, or that there's no real actual like reason why they called it football, but that is one of the reasons that people think it is.
They're just running out of names for sports at a certain point. We already
Here's a
called
really-
something baseball.
Really stupid fact. You cannot call an infield fly on a bunt.
Really
Yes.
interesting.
That was an amendment made in 1920, and I would love to know why.
Yeah, there had to have been, like, yeah, something must have happened.
Yeah, like, did like some player who was known for being like a scamp and a scoundrel do some stupid shit with bunts?
Someone eating
And then they
crackers
had
in
to go-
bed.
Fucking Rube Waddell. Or alternatively, Old Horse Radburn, who is the first person ever photographed doing a middle finger, and once got 59 wins in a season as a pitcher.
That's very good.
Fun fact, there are several NBA teams who have never won that many games in a season.
Listen, basketball's hard.
Yeah, but so is pitching 59 complete game wins
That's fair.
in a season.
Man, our yogurts are doing very well.
Please don't say it like that.
Our collective yogurt doing fantastic.
The yogurt is thriving.
The yogurt is cultivating quite the skills and the points.
Another thing I really like is bunt doubles.
Oh, man, that must be difficult to pull off.
Yeah, it really is. Effectively, you have to place the bunt perfectly and be fast enough to get to second in time.
Watch the Bulls go on a 20-0 run now. Yeah, I mean, with our luck. That's wild. Yeah, because you'd have to, you would have to place it perfectly, and also, I don't know, I feel like you'd have to, give it a little push. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some players do that. Like Kyle Schwarber does that when he bunts. But it's very rare.
Yeah, you'd absolutely have to give it some distance in a way that, a normal bunt would not get.
What if I throw the bat?
I've seen someone do that in one of those.
Is that legal?
It seemed like it was legal. Someone got almost a thrown bat home run.
That's incredibly powerful. I've seen broken bat home runs,
Mm-hmm.
not thrown bat home runs.
I think it is their grip was so loose that it was barely thrown. You know what I mean? Where it was
oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, on contact, they'd basically let go at that point. It seemed.
Yes.
Which I feel like is as close as you could get to a legit thrown bat home run.
Yes.
But also cool that you could even do that.
The rule says that you're allowed to throw your bat as long as you don't do it intentionally and it doesn't interfere with any of the infielders or outfielders. So if you sort of pick up your bat and pretend like you're batting, then accidentally throw it behind you into the crowd, that's fine.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
Please don't do that.
Oh, they're fine. They've got the net there. Everyone's good. Nothing bad would happen
Sometimes
in that
they
case.
don't, though.
Well, that's a bad.
An Astros fan died from a foul ball 2 years ago.
Oh no! What the hell? I did not know that.
She got hit in the head with a foul ball and fucking died.
That sucks. That's awful that happened.
Heart attack or something, or actual brain injury?
I'm checking.
Also, all these people on your team are very tall. This is a literal team of centers.
Yeah.
I already recommended that happen, so I'm glad.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was wrong. They didn't die, but they were given permanent brain injuries, and also they were a 2-year-old.
Oh.
Oh, well, there you go.
So that's
Jeez.
not good.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
And then after that happened, a month later, it came out that the Astros were cheating. So it was just a really terrible span of time for them.
For real. Just what a bad team.
I hate them.
Killing their fans, cheating,
Well, permanently injuring them.
killing their fans.
Why did I pick them for my MLB?
I'm now imagining Carlos Correa, coming into people's homes in the night with a knife because he heard they support his team.
Just the idea of all right, well, who's doing one of these halftime things or what is it? Sometimes they'll do a race around the perimeter of the field or whatever. Or the outfield wall.
Yeah, the beat the freeze.
It's like that, but it's all right. Well, if you lose, you're the fan who has to die tonight.
I once saw someone suggest that umpires should be given a gun, and they can randomly shoot people when they strike out.
I feel like one of the first streams we were on together, I suggested that to help with some of the weird unwritten rules of baseball. To kind of balance it out of the pitcher's favor, anytime someone is intentionally hit with a ball, the batters allowed one swing at the pitcher.
I do like that, but the issue is that I assume those people aren't very good at punching, which is why I.
Oh, no.
recommend-
I meant to swing with the
No,
bat.
Allow me.
Oh.
Allow me to introduce my idea.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So you know the AL has the designated hitter.
Uh-huh.
The NL has the designated fighter.
Like how, like in hockey, how you just have a
Yeah.
player that's like there to get in fights.
Exactly. You have one player who very rarely fields, very rarely hits the ball, but anytime there is a fight, you can pull one of your fighters and put in the designated fighter.
Oh, that would be very good. I feel like there just
This is
isn't.
the worst idea.
It really is. I feel like there just isn't enough punishment for pitchers intentionally hitting batters for no particularly good reason.
They get suspended for like the rest of the series and usually a bit extra.
Is that true that they actually get suspended?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like enough of a deterrent, though, if it keeps happening all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
Like-
it's kind of ridiculous how MLB does it, because, like, sometimes you'll have a pitcher very obviously intentionally throw at someone, like Bryce Harper got thrown at when he was a rookie by Cole Hamels, and nothing happened to Cole Hamels. But then you have Joe Kelly, who has one of the most inaccurate fastballs in history, seemingly accidentally throwing at Carlos Correa, and getting suspended for almost 1/6 of the season.
Jeez. That's so much.
Yeah, in the last 60-game season, he got suspended for 8 games.
That
For almost certainly accidentally throwing fastballs near someone. He didn't
Yeah.
even hit them.
ugh. That's frustrating.
Also, here's a video of someone getting a bunt double.
A bunt double. Oh, awesome. I
It's
cannot.
a really nice bunt double. Like, Matt Carpenter is not very quick, but he beautifully places them.
Play this without the sound. Game. There we go. All right, here we go. Oh, that's a good place. Oh, that's incredible placement. There's just no one at third.
Yeah, like the third baseman is off eating saltine crackers.
The third baseman never came out of the dugout.
The third baseman left the game to go chase fire trucks.
I think I've said this on stream before, but in high school I was on the bowling team. And
Your high school had a bowling team?
yeah,
Why?
I don't know. It wasn't like an official team. It was more like I think they were just they called it the team, but it was actually
Unsanctioned bowling.
no, but it was more of like it was like
Illegal bowling.
yeah, it was illegal bowling. No, it was that you know how like sometimes you have clubs that are semi-sports related.
Yes. Also, I'm sorry, but this is the lowest scoring game in NBA history.
Hell yeah.
Like, comfortably. Imagine how depressing the NBA would be if this was the score that it ended up being
You
in most games.
You have to realize that it's 4-minute quarters.
Well, yeah, but also it would be so sad.
Yeah, it really would be. You'd have to what if they did 4-minute quarters, but there were multiple games a night?
That's so good.
Yeah.
And also, in the second game, none of the players are allowed to play in the same position as they did in the last game.
I would say that like you get to choose like 1 or 2 players that can stay, and the rest have to be rotated in.
Good choice. And also, every game, there's a fan who's randomly selected who gets rotated in for the team.
What you're gonna say? Who has to be sacrificed so they can play this awful version of basketball?
Oh no, that's what the designated fighter is for in baseball.
Oh, right,
You don't
right.
Get into a brawl.
Yeah.
Like, one of the fans, if any fans are ejected or are caught, like, yelling bad shit, the designated fighter is given 2 minutes by the security guards to go hug.
There we go. Perfect.
I really like the idea of a designated fighter. Is that bad?
No, I mean other sports. I feel like have it, in a way.
Yeah, for example, every hockey player.
Yeah. I feel like my mom is really into
Bash
hockey,
Brothers.
and she has season tickets to a local developmental hockey league team,
Right.
and she is very much just like, oh yeah, this is the person who's like here to fight. You know, they bring him out. Yeah, they bring him out to cause problems for the other team.
I like that idea. Like, this is, instead of the designated fighter, this is just Johnny Mischief.
Yeah, I'm here to cause problems and make your life hell.
I am here to make things worse on purpose.
I'm here to cause problems on purpose.
The designated fighter is also the lowest paid player on the roster. Like, comfortably. They're paid $11.
They can
They get
live.
free stadium concessions, and they get to live in the stadium.
Oh man, that would be. Oh, what if? Okay, how about this?
Yeah.
Every stadium has 2 designated fighters, and they just live there. So you just have to deal with it. Whoever you get is whoever you get.
I love this idea. And also, the designated fighters are rotated every year, so they don't stay in the same stadium.
Mm-hmm. And like they can use the facilities, like they can like train, they can hang out with the teams, whatever. So they could be like absolute beefcakes.
And they get free concessions.
Mhm.
Like, they don't have to pay $28 for a hot dog.
That is kind of appealing though, on some level.
But you do also have to get into fist fights, like, as your profession.
Mm-hmm.
It's also kind of slavery.
I guess, yeah. I guess now that you've put it that way.
Okay,
Well, no.
Neutron Boys video. Baseball is improved by slavery.
Ugh, I don't like this.
I'm right.
no.
I'm right.
Well, no, like the designated fighter can leave the state. They can live a life outside of
They
outside
can
the
leave
baseball
stadium,
game.
But, like, they are not paid for their designated fighting role.
I
Like,
think they should be
They
paid.
have to live off popcorn and Cracker Jack.
They're gonna get Cracker Jack crumbs in their bed.
Yeah. Also important to note that every game, they have to be the one leading the 7th inning stretch where they sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game,"
Oh,
or else
absolutely.
they're instantly fired.
Oh my god. Why have we made a team a player just to suffer?
This is something that would happen in baseball, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they would. Yeah, Blazeball would add yet another base to the field, and also
No,
add the.
they don't get a base. They get, like, a little corner of the dugout. They're not allowed to interact with anyone else in the game.
Oh no, I was saying that they were adding like a 5th base to the field, or I
like
guess a
it,
6th
though.
one, because I think they already have added a 5th base to the field in Blazeball.
Okay, how about we create the bonus base, which is 30 feet behind second base. And if you get to the bonus base as well, and you score on that play, you get 2 runs.
I like it a lot. What if you had like an inner series of bases and an outer series of bases?
And what's the rule?
There's no rule. There's just more bases.
Like, it's just there so the outfielders know where to stand.
You just you have to hit 3 bases before you can get to home.
But it doesn't matter which ones.
Yeah, you just have to hit a different one than the one you were on. So you were on home base. That counts as your first or no, I guess you have to hit 4 bases before you run.
Yeah,
So you're on home. You're on home. You swing. You connect. That's considered your first base that you're on, and moving towards another base. That's then your second. And as long as you haven't touched one that you've already used to score in this current run, you're good.
Yes. Also, the infielders are allowed to physically block off the base as long as they don't have the ball.
Ooh, okay. What if on top of that, you could add extra bases, but if you get tagged out during that, that counts as extra outs.
Even better, they just remove you from the game.
They remove you from existence.
No, that's too far.
Okay.
They remove you from the game, but, like, they don't let them add in a replacement. They just have 8 men now.
This is just 8 men.
Yeah. Like, they're still allowed to make substitutions, but they're not allowed to get that 9th player.
Mm-hmm. That sounds all right.
We're creating like Dark Universe baseball.
We're creating evil, fucked up
Yes.
baseball.
Yes. Also, we kind of glossed over this, but I really liked my previous suggestion of the designated fighter not being allowed to interact with anyone unless they're fighting.
Oh, I don't like. Okay, I don't like. Oh, here's the Bat Cave, by the way. Here's.
I love it. Okay, what don't you like about my genius idea?
Because it sounds like more slavery.
But like, they can leave. They're just not allowed to talk to the players. They can interact with the fans.
Yeah, but
and the umpires.
I don't know. I feel like
They're allowed to get free hot dog
they're allowed to get one free hot dog per
inning.
per inning. That's pretty good. I wish I could get one free hot dog per inning at a baseball game.
Well, remember that outside the games, they have infinite concessions for free.
Have I seen WWE UK champ Walter chop someone? Yes, absolutely. I've seen him chop someone. It rules. That man
Also,
has frying pan hands.
to eat food outside the baseball, like outside the baseball provisions, you have to pay for it.
Oh, I think that we should make. I think that we should make the designated fighter a coveted position. I think that's more interesting. Because what if? Because they're also I think that they should also be like impartial in a way, right? There's two per stadium, and I think they should be treated like kings. You should want to be a designated fighter.
They're treated that well by the teams before the game starts, and then the game starts and they're not allowed to talk to them.
It's just very
Because
funny.
I'd like to clarify, there's a reason for it, which is that otherwise, during the game, you can, like, bribe them.
I guess.
And that's not allowed. You have to sort of seduce the designated fighter to be on your side before the game.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Teams have, like, a provision for fighter seduction.
It's like how there's a salary cap.
Yeah, exactly. There's a floor for how much you have to pay the designated fighter and a cap. But the cap is very high.
I don't know why, but it sounds like the what's that thing? I can't remember the phrase and how it goes, but it's about how like the things that are happening are very bad, but the causes, they're very good.
Yes, I know the one you mean.
Thank you. I'm glad that I could eventually get it out.
Everything about this is good. Like, the designated fighter is treated like a god amongst men, and then the game starts and they are truly mortal once more.
Okay. I think if we can balance it out in such a way where they are
Can they be naked?
no, I think they should still be. They should be wearing like you know
Like,
how
are they allowed to be naked at any time? Not like during the game.
never allowed to be naked. They have to be never nude.
Not even in the shower.
Yeah, in the shower, they're given, like, waterproof clothes. Also, there are cameras on them at all times.
It's like a reality
they're
show
never
for
nude.
them.
Yeah, it's also
They're never
it's
nude.
live stream.
Oh my god, just like constantly live streaming their lives.
This is so dystopian.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, this sucks.
I disagree. I think this is the best idea I've ever had. Designated.
Isn't there okay? There's like a new social media or celebrity thing or something like where they're actually paid money to basically live stream everything about their life.
Oh yeah, I saw that recently.
Yeah, and yeah, that's very dystopian.
Yeah, so it's not mandatory, but they do get perks for cameras being on them at literally all times.
Yeah, that's
There's
as long as I
actually a
get
movie
perks,
called
I
The
guess.
Circle that was like that.
Oh yeah, there's that Netflix game show that's like that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm truly doing awful at this video game.
I feel like this is my
I don't
fault.
know.
Oh no, not at all.
Maybe this specific game, but you were actually doing pretty good last time.
Something about this game has really made it bad.
I think
I think
it's
it's the lack of slavery.
color of that.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe it's the core itself is too dark or
I
something.
want to be very clear here. Slavery,
Showing you off.
very bad. Slavery in sports, objectively good. If you
Okay, we're
pay
clipping
your
that now.
athletes, fuck you.
All I heard was "fuck you." I feel like your stuff went out right before.
I feel like on this stream, I've been possessed by like an 1870s plantation owner.
Yeah. Oh no.
Like, why am I doing this?
Why do you want to see another human being suffer strictly for baseball?
Because baseball is a sport built around normal guys having extremely bad times.
It's very true. Just weird men experiencing chaos.
I'm trying to think of more good things to add, because I feel like you're no longer going to agree with my additions to the designated fighter rule.
I think they should come out with swords.
Oh no, I was gonna say knives.
Oh, that's funny though.
They should just literally stab people.
At the All-Star break, they're given weapons.
That would be
You
pretty
have to
good.
have like a fight arena fight where the two designated fighters have to fight each other.
Yes,
And
there's like,
whoever
you know,
lives-
there's like the home run derby.
Yeah.
It's like that, but there's a fencing match.
Oh, that'd be pretty good, honestly.
It's like the players from each team that aren't the designated fighters in the stadiums that have been voted by their teams as the toughest or like most likely to use swords. And then whoever wins the tournament has to face the number one designated fighter in a fencing match.
Oh, that was a wildly bad shot.
Yeah, I figured. Because all
This
of
is
my
a wildly bad idea.
all my ideas are good.
This
I
is-
finally got
okay.
fouled. Macklemore's here.
Macklemore,
Yeah, I was gonna say there's some tattoos.
you need to mackle less.
I cannot believe I got that shot.
Necklace.
You have truly been mackled.
I don't know. I unironically like thrift shop, but
I mean, same. Like, he seems like a cool dude who's just kind of corny.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
He also made that really like cringe-inducing song about white privilege.
Oh god,
yeah,
I don't know about
totally.
that.
It's so bad. I mean, he did also make a song built around a sample of Dave Niehaus, the longtime Seattle Mariners announcer, which is about how much he loves the Seattle Mariners.
Well, that's good. I would do that.
Yeah,
If I was a musician, I would absolutely write about like my favorite sports teams or like the time I had a very large hot dog at a I don't know, at a baseball game or something.
Yeah. Or the time that the designated hitter told me that he was quitting baseball because he wanted to field more, and it made him sad that he could only hit baseballs.
Which honestly, I feel like that's like the most fun part of the game. So why would you want to do anything else? There's no fielding version of like batting cages, you know?
That's a good opportunity to create some more forced servitude.
Oh no. I don't like your brain is in a weird place.
What? Like, at least I'm not talking about like enslaving people who don't deserve
Aw.
it. These people are criminals.
Wait, hold
I
on.
like her brain.
The designated fighters
Baseball
are
players are
all
criminals.
they're all in life without parole as well. So it's fine.
I like the idea. I still like the idea that these are.
This is like mass incarceration, prison.
This is the only reason for prisons, by the way. Prisons are abolished forever, apart from the prisons for the designated fighters.
Oh my.
Oh dear.
Oh
This
come
is
on.
hilarious.
Why did? That was so weird. Why did they do that? They
That was
like.
the saddest shot I've ever seen.
Well, I did the thing to make it do a dunk, and then they didn't do a dunk.
Kyrie Irving, I don't think Kyrie Irving dunks.
Well, I mean, there's still a thing that would let them do like a not shot timed thing when they're running to the basket.
He just don't be doing it.
I guess he just don't be doing it.
Don't be dunking. You just don't be dunking. You just DBD.
Wow, it was a nice shot. That should not have gone in.
How would a fielding cage even work?
It's just playing catch with your dad. Like, that's like.
I'm sorry, but now I'm combining this with my fixation on slavery today, and it's not good.
No.
Like you could. This
Never
person is
slaves' dads have to be part of it too.
This person is
no.
legally mandated to be your dad, if you ask.
Oh my god, that'd be really funny.
You-
Oh, that was a
you have
pro
to play
touch,
catch with
apparently.
you.
Like, like you know how some countries have like mandatory military service. It's like that, but for being a dad.
Yeah, mandatory dad
dad.
service. You have to be a mandatory daddy.
Play catch service.
Oh no, mandatory daddy service is something else altogether.
Oh,
Yeah.
upsetting.
Yeah, that one's more the slavery that I don't like. Please don't quote me on that.
I wish that I had the
Mandatory
quote stuff
dad
set up.
service.
To be fair, this stream is being archived and everyone will remember my bizarre fixation on slavery.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Every single one of these goes up on YouTube, you remember?
Yeah, I'm fully aware. I've seen them.
I'm like a week behind, but yeah, they'll be up.
Yeah.
And YouTube would be like, wait, this needs to be flagged.
Oh yeah, hold them on
YouTube's
them.
just gonna say- YouTube is just going to make a statement saying, you need to be in jail.
It just emails me, not you. It's just me.
Yeah.
It emails, it's like, it just send an email to the domain josh.net.
Oh my
Like,
god.
just saying stop.
I'm like always very fascinated with having my own email, like my own domain email, but I don't. That's not smart. I shouldn't be paying for stuff like that.
I think my friend has his own domain. It's like convenient.email.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to recalibrate my brain so I stop thinking about enslaving athletes.
I had implausibly average on XYZ for a while, and
There you go.
Isn't it now .zone?
I would love .zone. That would be nice.
Probably average.
I do have implausibly average.live, but because Twitch is like worse about dealing with that was a really good shot.
That was a gorgeous shot.
Twitch is like not, now that I am affiliate, we run ads before stop doing that stuff. We run ads before streams, and
Holy shit, what a pass.
yeah, that should not have worked.
Like, that's the equivalent of, like, going for a Hail Mary in the...
Yeah, for real, like that. There's no reason why that should have worked at all.
Okay, sorry, you were saying about affiliate and them showing ads.
Oh yeah, which means that it makes it that much more difficult for embeds to work now, because when the ads trigger, it's like, oh, are you using an ad blocker? Even though it's just not being blocked at all. It's just that your Twitch stream is embedded somewhere. And I guess they did that for some, like, I'm not 100% sure why they did it, to be honest.
I gotta say, I'm really impressed at the fact that you aren't fouling with reckless abandon.
I'm not frustrated yet.
I'm still trying to rethink a way to do my designated
Yet.
fighter that does not in any way involve indentured servitude. It's very difficult.
I'm just imagining like you sitting somewhere doing like the Patrick Star, like listening to smooth jazz face, but it's specifically about, I would like to do the designated fighter, but
And I would
less
also
indentured
like to
servitude.
enslave them.
Yeah.
Designated fighter. I would like to point out though that I think it's a really good deal that you get free concessions. Like,
I think, yeah, like
Correct.
having a living space that's completely yours. Oh, wow, that was very bad.
yes, you also get free tickets to like every MLB game.
Absolutely. Come on, come on, come on. I would like a 3-pointer. I would like
You've
3
already
points.
you've already done a shoot-it of those several times, though.
Yeah, but I'd like
This
to
is
do
your
more.
punishment. This is your punishment for hubris.
I guess so. I wish I wouldn't get punished for my hubris.
Don't we all?
Oh no, oh no.
Not over.
Shoot the ball!
I gotta... no
Shoot,
one's free. No one's free!
Nah.
Oh god, it's such a small window for that.
I mean, it's realistic. If a luchador was forced to play NBA basketball, I doubt they'd be that good.
Yeah, I guess that's true. A luchador wearing a work shirt, very specifically.
Like, wearing skinny jeans, I choose to believe.
I'm wearing jeans, just not skinny jeans.
I called it.
Listen,
Yeah.
you call it, you call
Yeah,
it.
Totally.
Oh yeah, also, if you try and do like a called home run like Babe did once, you're immediately ejected from the game for trying to be like an elder.
Wait, what?
No, I've decided. New rule.
Okay, okay.
How do we feel?
Mm,
No impersonating your superiors.
I guess. I do.
Unless it's funny.
I like a called shot though.
Okay, how do we feel about a called bunt single?
Yeah. Okay, how about this? Anytime you call something, you get that whatever it was but double.
Good choice. A called strikeout, though, means that you go out twice.
Oh, absolutely, that means you go out twice.
Rebound by the Trailblazers. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Popped up there for Wade. It's
We haven't fucked with the pitches yet. I feel like we should do that.
That's the thing. That's my thing, where if you get intentionally hit by pitch, the batter gets one swing of the baseball bat at the pitcher.
Yes.
now Wade.
Pedro Guerrero tried to hit a pitcher with a bat once.
1 second left.
Yeah, they frown on that.
Yeah, it's
I feel like, honestly, getting a ball thrown at you at like 90 miles an hour into like the back or Rayman is on the team.
I mean, I once saw like a compilation of people being hit by very fast pitches.
Hmm.
And there was one where someone got hit like clean on the head with a 103-mile-per-hour heater.
Yeah, like I feel like at that point, you might as well just swing the bat at them. Like they deserve it.
Exactly. Like, you have just like fired a cannon at this person's
Yeah,
skull.
and also like your whole job as a pitcher is to,
Not do that.
yeah, it's also like yeah to like put the ball accurately in somewhere. So if you're hitting people either on purpose or on accident, you've messed up.
Yeah, but if you do it on purpose, then you've proved that you are a demon who should not be given this permission.
Yeah, you should not be allowed to have the baseball anymore.
Mm.
Even to field. Even if you step
well-
off of the rubber to become a fielder,
Imagining a pitcher in the middle of a game just quitting pitching forever and becoming like a right fielder.
Oh, I was watching videos on how like what exactly is a balk, because I don't understand.
I know, I can tell you.
Well, now I know to some extent. I don't think I could explain it, but
It's if you try and throw a pitch and then you don't throw a pitch. Or
Yeah.
if you try and throw a pitch and then you move weird and you go off the rubber.
Mhm.
That's a balk.
yeah, you've basically
In
got
this
like
sense-
3 options on what you can do once
Yeah.
your foot is on the rubber. And like one of them is to disengage, because once you disengage from the rubber, you become a fielder as opposed to a pitcher
Forever.
forever.
You can never turn back.
You cannot turn back the clock. Oh my god, how are none of these baskets going in?
God hates Austin.
I guess so. It feels like it most of the time. If God didn't hate Austin, God wouldn't have given Austin South by Southwest.
You're right.
Ooh.
Why does the NBA have an official motor aisle?
Oh, they got cars.
It's official basketball car?
Yeah, it's like the hot dog mobile or something.
For who?
James Basketball, the creator of basketball.
James Basketball.
He stole my fucking bit.
He did.
I'm suing.
Oh, I can't believe this is gonna be the first stream that's had someone sue someone else live on the stream.
Like, you can do a Sans Undertale. I didn't invent that. I invented name sport name. Fuck.
Sport game.
Oh,
I also choose to imagine that
Oh,
every
it was
move
bad.
in every sport is named after someone.
that's very good. I like that.
Reginald Infield Fly.
God, that's so funny. I'm just gonna be giggling about that for a while. Reginald Infield Fly.
Clarence Intentional Walk.
Jeremy, the catcher can't block the runner going to home.
Stanley Catcher Interference.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the name of the rule.
I mean, there is already a Mr. Catcher Interference. It's just Jack P. Ellsbury. Like, when he was with the Yankees, he did so many catcher interferences.
Oh, I love when I see like calls in sports and I'm just so completely lost because they seem very angry about something that looks like, oh, I would make the call that person did. So obviously they've made the wrong call if a goober
Yeah,
like me.
The one I linked you the video on, where the guy definitely made it into base on time and was called correctly, and then the commentators got really mad. Like, it's stupid.
Or like the one I linked you that set that one off was like,
It is that one.
It
That's
is
the
that
one I
one.
linked you the
Oh,
video
okay.
on.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was the explanation video, right?
Yes, I fucking love that guy, by the way. He
Yeah.
does a lot of very good baseball videos.
Yeah, definitely. There's some really good people who do baseball videos on YouTube.
Yes. And also Trevor Bauer has a baseball YouTube account.
Oh,
I fear you've missed my joke there.
I did. I'm so sorry.
The joke was, there are people who make good baseball videos on YouTube. Trevor Bauer also has a YouTube account.
All right, I got it. I figured it out. Listen, my brain is preoccupied with basketball
Ah.
and losing horribly to the Portland Trailblazers.
You could do a lot worse, to be fair.
I mean, I could. Yeah, let's try and do an alley-oop. All right, one more time, buddies. Let's go.
Just try to do an alley.
What did you expect when they had Jeremy Block on the team?
Oh my god. I'm just gonna eat the clock for the next like 5 seconds. I'm gonna foul you, you ass. No, he won't let me foul him.
Imagine being unable to foul. Whereas, like, just, oh shit, I missed my elbow and I accidentally gave you a reassuring pat on the shoulder.
that the ref isn't gonna call.
Yeah, the ref's gonna say, good job on that sportsmanlike conduct, and give me a hug.
And tell me I'm a good boy.
Okay, teams have a designated dog.
Oh my god, okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Like, just on the sideline, and if you want, you can just leave the game and pet the dog, and the game has to stop while you're petting the dog.
Real quick, do you think I will ever win on stream?
Yeah, you gotta play the Knicks at some point, right?
Yeah, but remember, these teams are...
They're the Knicks.
Did I? Oh no, we didn't get to see the... Wait, how are the Baltimore Barons already at 5-1? What have they been doing?
Speed run.
Excuse me.
Baltimore
Playing behind the
Baron,
scenes.
every time they play a game, they play another one secretly.
Oh my god. All right, I think we got time for one more
Corentine.
basketball game
Actually,
I played.
you know how like speedrunners like frowned upon thing, but sometimes they like hoard world records?
Yes.
How about that, but with like a sports team just hoarding wins and not telling anyone until the end of the season?
That would be really good. I would like that.
Yeah, same. Like, you think you've won the Premier League, and then like Leicester come out and say, yeah, we actually won 23 more games that we didn't mention.
Like, unless you've been paying attention very carefully to this team, you would never have known
Yes.
that they've won double-digit more.
Normally I'd say you have a decent chance against the Timberwolves, but they do have Dikembe Mutombo, so you're fucked.
Oh, yeah. I mean, either way, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they don't
but
have
you
that
could
much of a
at
home
least-
court advantage, though, so maybe I will win.
Oh, you did a basketball thing. Stop shooting!
He's a three-point shooter. What am I supposed to do?
You know that one Monster Factory video where they're playing Wii Sports Resort?
Oh, yeah.
And Graham just shoots like 33s and makes none of them while shouting various basketball players.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm imagining your team do in like practice. That's all they do in practice.
Mm-hmm. When I did say let him play, coach, I was thinking of that one Monster Factory where they played one of the NBA games.
Yes. Also, good idea for this. If you name a sufficiently obscure player while you're trying to shoot threes, the 3 automatically counts.
Oh my god, that'd be really good, actually. Oh, come
Like,
on.
if
That
you're
should have been in
shooting
there.
and you say, like, Kobe, that's not allowed.
Well, it's
like,
just a normal amount of
yeah.
points at that point.
Yeah, exactly. But if you're shooting and you say, like, Drazen Petrovic,
Mm-hmm.
or shit like that.
You know, just shit like that. Oh, look, see, I'm doing fine.
Bob Gibson, who technically did do a basketball.
I just...
The Globetrotters, did you know this?
I did not know that.
Bob Gibson, who you linked me a tweet vaguely about, was part of the Globetrotters for a year.
Oh, that's cool. The baseball player that I linked to you.
Yeah, because the baseball did a thing similar.
Yeah.
Also, his season is not the best season in pitching history, but it is since the dead ball era, so it counts.
Gotcha. What's the dead
In
ball
the dead
era?
ball era. Sorry?
What is the dead ball era? Like, what does that mean?
It was before 1920, because pitchers were effectively allowed to do whatever they wanted, and no one was allowed to change it. For example, you were allowed to just dip the ball in mud,
Oh, yeah, I do know about that. Okay.
or spit on the ball, and shit like that. And the pitcher's mound was closer. If a ball bounced once, you were allowed to catch it, and it was a legal catch.
Okay.
Like, the rules were really stupid. And then Ray Chapman, in a game, got hit in the head with a line drive that he didn't see because the ball was covered in mud and died.
Ooh.
So they immediately changed the rule, but the, 8 pitchers who still threw a spitball, which the name kind of sums it up,
Yeah.
were allowed to keep throwing it until they retired.
Just for fun.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just learn a new pitch. Do an underhand.
Overhand pitches weren't legalized until the 1890s.
What?
I'm not joking.
I know you're not joking. It's just very funny.
Also, an umpire could immediately, threaten to eject you or eject you if it looked like you were intentionally throwing a pitch outside the plate. So you couldn't intentionally walk anyone.
Oh, weird.
Also, walks were way rarer because you had to throw inside the strike zone or the umpire would think that you were doing it intentionally out of spite.
That's just a strange mentality to have.
I'm not sure if you can tell, but early baseball was really fucking weird.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes sense.
I mean, yeah, baseball is just one of those sports that, like, it's a miracle that it's lasted as long as it has. It feels like.
I mean, I'm glad it has, because it's the most gloriously stupid sport in the world.
Oh, absolutely. It's like a very goofy sport that I love to watch. Everything about it is just silly. It's like
Yes.
both a like lightly competitive and very competitive.
Here are some more good baseball rules that actually existed at one point.
Please tell me more.
Until 1893, you were allowed to have one side of your bat be flat, like a cricket bat.
Oh, that rules.
Until 1887, you were allowed to request whether a pitcher threw a high pitch or a low pitch,
Oh, I do know about that.
which really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. In 1887, for just 1 year, for reasons known only to God, walks were counted as hits.
What were counted as hits?
Walking.
Walks were counted as hits. That's weird, but okay.
And no one knows why.
Going back to the requesting high or low, it would be very funny. It's like, you can request it. That doesn't mean I'm gonna do it.
Like, hey, can I have a high fastball, please? And then he just throws it at your head.
He throws a curveball aimed directly at your kneecaps.
Yes. Also important to note that the curveball was invented, like, quite late.
Mm-hmm.
And the first black players in Major League Baseball were in the 1880s. One of them was a pitcher who threw the curveball, and one of them was a catcher who was the only catcher who knew how to catch a curveball.
That's very good.
They were brothers.
But
I love it.
That rules. See, like, that's the thing, is like baseball is so. That seems like that's like the stuff that's not going to happen at any other sport. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The two baseball brothers came up with a cool new way to throw the ball, and the only way that it worked was because they were brothers and one knew how to catch the throw of the other one.
Yes, I believe the pitcher was called Moses Fleetwood Walker,
Very good name.
which is such a good... It is. Moses Fleetwood Walker was the catcher. And his brother was Weldy Walker.
Weldy Walker, what a great name.
I love these two.
Oh, baseball's so good sometimes.
Here are some more ridiculous early rules. You know how catchers crouch just behind the home plate?
Yes.
Yeah, no, you're not doing that. You just stand a few feet behind it and just wait.
Just hope.
Yeah, and that was the case until, like, the early 20th century.
God, what a great sport. Our nation's pastime.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's just so.
It's the best ever.
It's just such a goofy
Until-
thing.
Until 1930, you could hit a home run that bounced.
Like, you mean it would like bounce out of the park?
Yeah, and it would count as a home run. I love that. I think that one's great.
That's good. I think that should count, honestly.
Yeah, same.
Because what? That's a double now, right?
Yeah, it's a ground roll double.
Ground rule double, right? Yeah. If the ground rule double just became home runs, I think it wouldn't like change the game. I don't think like
But it
too
would make
much.
it measurably more fun.
Oh, absolutely. It would just be. It'd just be more fun to watch. Because I feel like there would absolutely be strategies around. All right, well, this field I could definitely do this really good at.
Yeah, like... And then in Fenway, you cannot do that.
Mm-hmm. Is Fenway the one with the bushes?
The Green Monk.
Yeah.
The giant wall in left field.
God,
It's actually the shortest porch in all of the major leagues, but because it's so high, it's really hard to hit home runs.
Oh, can you define what a porch is?
It's just like the sides rather
Okay.
than the center. Like, I showed you that really fucked up polo grounds.
Yeah.
Like, the places where you could hit a home run was only like 250 feet. That's the porch.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see some more stupid rules used to exist in baseball. There's so many.
Man, I did not mean to foul him.
I mean, I doubted you meant to foul any of these players.
I did mean to foul at the end of that first game I played.
Why? Yeah.
Because I was getting frustrated. I mean, listen, if I'm not winning, then I'm losing, baby.
If I'm not with it.
Oh, no, 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 no!
What happened?
I did a backcourt violation on accident because I forgot how this animation plays.
How panicked you were there.
I forgot that, like, that's how the animation plays. I thought that the stutter step went forward as opposed to backwards than forwards. So I was like, oh, cool, we get the ball back. That's fine. Everything's okay. It all worked out in the end.
Yes.
Nothing.
Also, you know that you walk after you get 4 balls?
Yes.
Early baseball says, no, that's not cool. You walk once you get 6 cold
Ooh.
balls.
That's
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. For real. Was this also when you couldn't, it was harder to get balls called? Or not that it was harder to get them, but that they thought that you were doing it on purpose?
Yes.
That's really funny. Like, they're like really, really trying to make sure that you never throw outside of the strike zone.
Yes. Also, gloves were only legalized in 1891.
That's really funny, actually. Oh, that's not what I meant to do, but...
If you'd pulled that off, I would have lost it.
I'm just gonna keep jumping.
One of the, earliest baseball stars was Jim Creighton. Creighton, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, who used to be an international cricketer. And he was used to the stupid rules of being allowed to have a flat bat and having to catch everything with your bare hands. So he was just a god. Like, he made it on base 95% of the time his first season.
That's so much. That's so many times on base.
For context, his batting average was somewhere around 83.
That's pretty good, right?
I feel like that's an understatement.
Yeah, like
the best batting average ever is 417.
Oh, I forgot that was running out of time.
Why do you keep doing that?
Because I'm not paying attention to the clock. As I do with most sports games, I forget that the clock is a thing I gotta pay attention to.
Understandable.
It's like how in football games, I always pass. I never do running plays. I just forget that running plays exist, and also running plays are for jerks.
Also, the clock in a baseball was only added in 1910.
That makes sense. That checks out to me.
But also, I choose to imagine that before that, they'd just throw a completely hollow lump of cloth at you.
That's very good. Just, I would love if they just reintroduced one old rule.
Same, and every year they reintroduce one randomly.
Like, what if they reintroduced the flat bat thing?
That would be so cool.
That would fundamentally change the way the game is played for that season.
Yes. Or if for one season they removed the rule that you were not allowed to have a corked bat. By the way, the corked bat was only made illegal in 1975.
Interesting.
In 1931, it became illegal to block the vision of a batter. Before that, you were allowed.
Man. I just love that. Someone just...
The first baseman just walks 5 feet in front of you.
Yeah. Or just the idea that like someone is just like actively distracting the batter at all times.
The designated distractor.
Yeah, the designated nuisance.
Designated fighter, designated distractor.
They're the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
The first designated distractor just ate crackers
Oh yeah,
really loudly, and it annoyed everyone.
it was the catcher. The catcher was just like
Yes.
constantly like making little like gross mouth sounds.
Yeah, and then he drank like an entire quart of milk,
Ooh.
and the whole time he kept talking about how fresh and tasty the milk was, and how you should feel bad you weren't drinking milk.
I always feel bad that I'm not drinking milk.
Don't we all?
Don't we all? I mean, maybe a lot lactose intolerant people.
That catcher was Babe Ruth.
And then everyone clapped.
Yeah, and then he turned into a pitcher because they decided to make it illegal for catchers to eat on the field, and he would only play baseball if he was eating.
It's like, oh, the reason why I brought up that I was on the bowling team was that our bowling coach was like, you can't have concessions while you're bowling. This is a real
Yeah, you
sport.
can. Everyone has concessions while they're bowling.
No, it's a real sport. You can't do it. You don't see baseball players eating. Is what
Yeah, I do.
I know. That was the example that was given, and I tried. I had to. It took
I
me.
very rarely see baseball players not eating.
I had to. I had to summon up all my energy to not just go, that's incorrect, sir.
Have you ever heard of Babe Ruth? That man ate everything he could see. In one
why they
game in
named,
1918, he actually ate
Named
the
a
ball.
candy bar after him.
Mm.
That's why they named a candy bar after him.
Yeah, the Babe Ruth bar, right? Baby Ruth. That candy bar is actually made up. That's actually the filling of that bar is made of ground up baseballs.
Tastes like it sometimes. I like that the player I was controlling just put their hands up. Like, all right,
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of like, I've decided that Babe Ruth was eating at all times during baseball.
Swinging.
Yeah, he had to be eaten. After he retired, they made it illegal to eat multiple hot dogs on the pitch in one game.
I would love the idea of a baseball player just like eating a hot dog full on in the outfield.
Well, just the catcher. Just going, hey, can we stop for a minute? I need to finish my meal. And just getting out, like, a pastrami sandwich from a tiny bag inside his chest thing.
Like, you know how sometimes, like, when a runner is on base, like, they'll put their gloves in their back pocket or something? It's just someone has, like, a pastrami sandwich in their back pocket.
They just have a McDouble.
Oh my god. Don't even get me started. I would love a McDouble right now.
I've never had a McDouble in my life.
Oh, you're missing out.
They don't do them over here.
Do they do just like cheeseburgers? Like just the
They do
little
a
baby
McSad.
ones?
McSad.
Yeah.
They do the mixed
McMisery.
Oh, not very good.
I think my favorite, like, bit of a clickhole article is one where it's about baseball rules and records that will never be broken, and one of the records they claim will never be broken is Ralph Kiner burying 265 balls on the field in 1951.
That's very good.
It says something like, even as umpires and his teammates begged him to stop, Ralph continued burying the balls. He never buried another ball after the 1951 season.
I love the idea that like the ump is just powerless to stop this.
Well, yeah, what do you do to a man who's clearly a deranged ball stealer?
What do you do to a man who's constantly burying balls?
Yeah, like Barry Balls, off-brand of Barry Bonds.
Oh, that's what baseballs were named after. Barry balls.
Barry Bonds was the first player since Babe Ruth to eat on the field. That's why he hit so many home runs. It wasn't steroids, he just ate constantly.
Listen, you gotta get that. You gotta get the energy up. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, in one game, he got intentionally walked with the bases empty, which is very rare. And then he emptied out his pockets and showed that he'd hidden an entire package of Frosted Flakes in there and ate all of them.
Oh no.
See, this was back in the time where first basemen were required to have a package of trail mix. And if you asked, they'd share it with you when you were on first base. That's why people didn't steal second base so much back then, apart from Ricky Henderson, who was allergic to peanuts.
Oh my gosh. You know I would believe anything you said, right?
I'm gonna keep saying this shit because it's so funny to me.
It is very funny. I just want you to know that my knowledge of baseball is so limited and my trust is so high.
I mean, there have been like players who chew tobacco in games, and it's gross. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate it. Like Lenny Dykstra, who I would like to remind you, a judge recently ruled is legally impossible to libel
Yes.
because his reputation is so low.
I do remember this.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's a real fuck up, Lenny Dykstra.
Ooh, that was bad. That was really bad.
He hasn't been in jail for 3 years, which normally would be kind of shameful that you were in jail at all, but he takes it as like something to boast about. Which is strange.
Yeah. Not normally something you would boast about. Oh, come on. I'm losing it.
You need to give your players delicious snacks.
Yeah. They need to take a break. They need to eat a sandwich, a cheeseburger.
Give them your collection of pastrami sandwiches that you hide inside your knapsack labeled coach stuff.
It's just when I press X, be the coach, what that actually does is lets me give my player sandwiches.
Tripping over on the way to the field and just spilling out hundreds of tiny pastrami sandwiches onto the...
That would be pretty good, honestly.
I don't know why I've decided that pastrami sandwiches are specifically the type of sandwich athletes eat during games.
I mean, what other sandwich would they eat, you know?
Corned beef?
Like a corned cut. I'm sorry, a cold cut.
You're not wrong. Spam.
I do love myself a potted meat sandwich, so...
In his 2005 Cy Young season, Bartolo Colon would regularly open cans of Spam with his teeth and then eat them during his pitching appearances.
That is incorrect. You cannot be telling me the truth.
I'm obviously lying.
Yeah.
Transparently. He opened them with his fingers.
Oh my god. What a
I'm
monster.
talking shit.
I know.
Transparently, I'm just making sure you don't mistake it for me.
Yeah, I'm being silly.
Good, I'm just making sure.
I could 100% though see a baseball player. Oh no, that was entirely on me.
You did that one to yourself.
Yeah, I realized all of us. Well, because I try and follow the little circle that's underneath because it'll tell you who to cover. And it changed too quickly.
See, for a while, you know James Naismith, the rumored creator of basketball. It wasn't him, it was John Basketball III. The basketball hoop was originally a can of peaches.
Peaches for free.
True. This bit is actually true. But this bit I'm lying. For a while, you didn't remove the peaches.
That honestly would be really funny.
If you knocked them out and you managed to eat them, then you got free throws.
God, that'd be really good.
Also, yes, peaches do come from a can and were put there by a man in a factory downtown.
Yeah.
If he had his little way, he'd eat peaches every day.
God, I would eat peaches every day. I'm not the man who puts...
You're gonna eat a lot of peaches.
I love that song.
It's so good.
Presidents of the United States of America.
Yes.
Yes, my
Such a
presidents.
good band. Such a good band.
Okay, what are some more ridiculous things I can claim about baseball's history?
I mean, honestly, you saying that someone ate like a pitcher just eating before every.
I would 100% expect a pitcher to do that at some point.
Like, I could just imagine like a pitcher just like having a bag of snacks up on the mound.
Just imagine like Sandy Koufax, who was like a very small, sort of wimpy looking guy, just coming out and eating 4 Big Macs.
Who's the guy? I'm gonna pause the game so I can you can see me do this. Who's the guy that leans down and does this?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
There's like
There's several.
There's a pitcher who like leans forward real low and then like hangs their arm out all weird.
Well, are they an active pitcher?
I believe so.
Okay, I'm just gonna name some current pitchers that are very good. Steven Strasburg.
I'm not gonna know the name. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Jacob deGrom.
Maybe.
Noah Syndergaard.
That sounds like a familiar name at the very least. I recognize that one.
Johnny Appleseed.
No.
That's it. That was the pitcher.
So named because he would eat entire apples when he came in.
But only the seeds.
No, he'd vomit up the rest of it after he threw a pitch to
Good.
intimidate the batter.
Oh my
It
god.
didn't work. His only season in Major League Baseball, he had a 14.08 ERA.
My favorite part of that, I think it's the big secret base John Boy's video about the Mariners. Is the one about like the story about the dude who like could throw up on cue.
Oh, Jay Buhner. And blurping.
And like just
The
all these
time
like
that the entire Seattle outfield were vomiting at once.
it's just so like that's baseball to me, baby.
I think my favorite quote from that video is, the Yankees married supermodel and hung out with the Rat Pack. The Mariners filled toilets with Jell-O and vomited because it was funny.
Yeah, like that's baseball to me. That's just like what it is.
Yes, I love baseball.
Love baseball. Love that it's full of weird men.
Love that pitchers constantly eat things on the mound. Can't stop doing it.
Can't stop doing it. Can't stop, won't stop.
If you're eating something while you lean to take a pitch, you have to finish it before you throw the pitch, or else it's called a balk.
You bold.
I'm trying to think of a way to like make you've heard of the really bad Xbox 360 joke, right?
No.
You know why they call it the Xbox 360? It's because you look at it, you turn 360 degrees and walk away.
Yeah. That's a really bad joke.
Yeah, it's a really bad joke because it just doesn't make sense.
Yes.
I'm trying to come up with something like that, but for balking, and it's just not working. I can like feel it.
You know the bulk? You do a big spin and then you throw the ball wrong and everyone moves up a base.
They call it balking because you balk and then walk
Cock and
away.
ball torture.
I don't like that one.
Neither do I.
Oh, I got fouled again. Oh,
Nice.
I might actually win one, guys.
Okay, I'm just thinking Hall of Fame pitchers and their eating habits on the mound.
That's my favorite Onion article.
Randy Johnson famously once killed a pigeon during a game with a pitch. He was actually vegan and would eat the grass around the mound. He'd get down on all fours like a dog. It was really distressing and everyone hated it.
Oh my god. Just imagining that being a real thing. Like, could you imagine a pitcher getting on all fours?
Yes.
Like intentionally, on purpose?
Yes.
Folks?
I've seen
but
one do it.
Not the way you're imagining it right now, but
I've seen one do it.
Pitchers be throwing. I've seen them do it.
But pitchers do be eating pastrami sandwiches on the mound between innings.
Oh my god.
For the record, there is actually a pitcher who would go down on all fours and crawl around before he pitched.
Yeah, baseball's just full of I bet it's a superstition thing, right?
Yes, he was a reliever. His name was Al Hraboski, and he was nicknamed the Mad Hungarian.
Oh, that's a great name to have.
It's an incredible name.
Well, folks, I won a basketball game on the stream.
Impossible?
Heck yeah.
I can't believe I did it. I have rapidly lost my energy somehow.
I think it's
yeah.
because you really want to
I'm
eat
pretty
like
tired.
28 pastrami
I
sandwiches.
would love to have. I don't know why, but I have been craving a just really terrible Subway sandwich.
Same.
Like, there's something about fast food that you know is bad, but you still kind of like it.
How could we forget the
Oh,
time that
yeah.
Hall of Fame reliever Mariano Rivera stepped off the mound for 10 minutes to order a Subway sandwich and wait for it to arrive?
I don't like where this stream is going anymore.
I never forgot that. I never forgot that. I remembered
Immediately
it
afterwards,
first
he threw a cutter that struck out the next batter.
It had a little piece of
course.
lettuce on it from the sandwich.
Should have been ruled a spitball.
A spitball's when you order Subway with too much honey mustard so you can get it on your hands to then pitch the ball.
Mhm.
Just dipping my hands
That
in
makes
honey
sense.
mustard dressing.
So I could pitch better in baseball.
Yes, you have to have soft hands like a woman pianist.
Oh, all right. That's it. I'm calling the stream over.
Yeah,
We killed it.
yeah, we have to talk more about pastrami sandwiches and Randy Johnson eating grass off stream. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is prime material that is for friends only, not for the public consumption.
Oh dear.
I'm also scared that Randy Johnson will come into my house and throw baseballs at me if I talk about him more.
I would love the idea that someone would just throw baseballs at someone for making jokes about them.
Like, he just breaks into your house and throws, like, slow curveballs at your head until you wake up.
Just those what's the name of the one where the ball goes way up?
Ephus.
Yeah, it's just those types of pitches just at you.
They're just throwing Ephus pitches at your lamp.
Just trying to hit your like body as you're like laying in bed.
It's trying to bruise you.
Yeah, but just try to be a nuisance. Not really cause you a ton of harm, but definitely make you annoyed and startled.
Yeah, frustrating.
Frustrated.
To make
yeah.
sure that you are awakened against your will.
Oh, absolutely. All right.
Like, for example, Mariano Rivera would come into your house and then eat an entire canned ham.
All right. We're done. We're done for the
Good,
night.
good night, everyone watching the stream. Oh, wait, it's just
Good
me.
night, everyone. I love you all.
Good night.
It's literally just me watching the stream.
Corey, C, and Sharkle, do y'all have anything to promote or plug?
Yeah. Eat pastrami sandwiches. They're good.
Yeah, they are pretty good. They're
Yeah.
pretty yummy.
I really want to eat a pastrami sandwich now.
I wish I had like lunch meat in my apartment.
It's how pitchers power up.
I
It's like football players and Gatorade.
I want there to be like a series of ads for pastrami sandwiches, similar to how there are like got milk
Like,
campaigns.
unbranded. Not even branded, like just the concept of pastrami sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like a got milk campaign, but for pastrami sandwiches.
It's how Randy Johnson killed a bird once. That's the catchphrase.
Oh no! All right.
Throw a pastrami sandwich at the bird.
If you
Pastrami sandwich at 102 miles per hour.
Oh my god, it just like it spins and like hits you in the face. You're like completely taken aback by the whole thing.
I'm gonna
Shrapnel.
my Subway sandwich like a knuckleball.
Just the image.
Yeah.
If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow at Implausibly A. Next week we finish Wander Song, and then I play more Pokemon, and then we play more basketball. That's what the week looks like.
And I will have more time to think of more pictures and their eating habits.
Corentine will have a whole bit prepared.
It's important to note, Bob Gibson never ate in his whole life.
Oh my god. I'm ending this stream.
He focused on life.
Good night, everyone.
Not homophobe.
Wow, okay.
No.
Now you're just being mean.
Oh, I know.
No. I love you all
You're
very
not
much.
actually a homophobe, and I love you.
I appreciate that very much. All right, we're getting out of here. Later, y'all.
Later.
Adieu.